Whenever payday rolls around, it's easy to feel like you've struck the jackpot. But before you know it, that feeling fades as you see your bank account drop back to zero. Learning to manage your money after payday can be tricky, but there are some specific things that you can do to help take control of your finances. Now, here's a breakdown of 8 important steps to follow right after you get paid to make sure you're using your money wisely and working towards building a solid financial future. Step 1. Know your reference point. The first thing you need to do is get a clear idea of where you stand financially. There's something called the ostrich effect, where people avoid checking their accounts or debts because it makes them uncomfortable. This avoidance is a huge reason why 65% of Americans and 47% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. To help break free of this cycle, start by calculating your essential monthly living expenses such as housing, groceries, transportation, and insurance. Once you have your total, compare it to your net income. This difference becomes your reference point, and the goal is to keep your essential expenses below 60% of your net income. If you're spending more than that, it's time to consider reducing some of those costs. Maybe you can rent out a room in your home, or perhaps downgrade to a cheaper phone plan. This reference point will guide you not only in this step, but also in future ones, helping you make better financial decisions. Step 2. Build a quick solution fund. Being good with money isn't just about doing the math, it's also about managing the psychological aspect. Even if you make all the right financial choices, if those choices don't make you feel secure, you'll still feel stressed. That's where a quick solution fund comes into play. This fund gives you the peace of mind knowing that if an unexpected event, like a car breakdown or a medical emergency happens, you'll have the money to cover it without taking on extra debt. Start by saving an amount equal to 1 month of your essential living expenses. Put this money into a separate high-interest savings account. Once you've saved up that 1-month cushion, you can pause and focus on other goals for the time being. You don't need to try and build a full 3 to 6 month emergency fund yet. That will come later. To start, the key is to create a small but powerful buffer that helps you sleep a little easier at night. Step 3. Pay off high-interest debt. Debt can quietly siphon off your money if you're not careful. In places like the US and Canada, many people carry significant credit card debt, which means they're paying more than they should for everyday purchases. For example, if you buy a $1,000 phone on a credit card with a 22% interest rate, by the end of the year, that phone will have cost you $1,220. The best strategy here is to tackle any high-interest debt first. List out all of the debt that you have with interest rates above 7 to 8%. Then decide if you want to use the snowball or the avalanche method to pay them off. The snowball method focuses on paying off smaller debts first, which gives you a psychological boost as you eliminate them one by one. The avalanche method, on the other hand, focuses on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, which is mathematically the most cost-efficient approach. Whichever method you choose, use your savings to pay off as much of the high-interest debt as possible. Debt tends to cost more than what your average savings earn, so it makes more sense to prioritize getting rid of the debt before continuing to save more. Step 4. Maximize employer match retirement contributions. Now that you've tackled your high-interest debt, it's time to start thinking about your future. Many employers offer retirement plans like 401ks in the US and RRSPs in Canada that match your contributions up to a certain percentage. This is essentially free money. Once your immediate financial priorities are under control, it's wise to start taking advantage of this financial matching if it's available. Here's how it works. If your employer matches 5% of your salary, for every dollar you contribute up to that 5%, your company kicks in an equal amount. Essentially, you're doubling your money. Plus, your contributions lower your taxable income, meaning you get to keep more of what you earn. Maxing out this benefit should be a top priority because once the year is over, you can't go back and claim any contributions that you may have missed. Think of it as a long-term investment in your future self, one that can start paying off today. Step 5. Build a full emergency fund. With high-interest debt gone and your retirement contributions maximized, the next goal is to build a more substantial emergency fund. Ideally, this fund should cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries. But if you're self-employed or in an industry that's prone to instability, you may need to consider extending that safety net to 6 to 9 months for added security. Why is this important? Life's unpredictability can hit hard, whether it's an unexpected job loss, medical emergency, or a major home repair. With a well-funded emergency stash, you won't have to scramble for cash or rush into a job that doesn't fit. Instead, you can breathe a little easier, knowing that you've bought yourself some time and some options. This financial buffer isn't just about peace of mind. It gives you the freedom to navigate life's challenges without derailing your long-term financial goals. Consider it a form of self-protection that lets you handle life's curveballs with confidence. Step 6. Invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the smartest ways to boost your financial future. Whether it's picking up new skills, advancing your education, or launching a side hustle, increasing your own value can open doors to higher income opportunities. And here's the bonus. The extra money you make can then fuel your bigger financial goals, like growing your investment portfolio or building a more robust safety net. While it may be tempting to dive straight into the stock market or other investments, investing in yourself often yields quicker results. Learning a new skill or expanding your expertise can immediately translate into raises, promotions, or new clients. Plus, there's the added benefit of personal satisfaction. Working on something that excites you or improves your craft has its own rewards. So before chasing market returns, remember that the best asset you have is yourself. Strengthening that foundation can lead to long-term financial success and fulfillment. Step 7. Maximize tax-free investment accounts. Once you've stabilized your finances, it's time to think about long-term by investing in tax-advantaged accounts. Depending on where you live, options like a Roth IRA if you're in the US and a TFSA if you're in Canada, or similar tax-efficient vehicles are perfect for growing your money without the constant bite of taxes. The beauty of these accounts is that your investments can compound over time, free from the drag of capital gains or income taxes, allowing you to build wealth more efficiently. These accounts are generally easy to set up on your own through banks and credit unions, or a financial advisor can help in opening these types of secure accounts. The key is to make the most of these tax-free opportunities, maximizing your contributions as much as possible. Over time, this approach will help your money grow faster, bringing you closer to your financial goals with less tax friction along the way. Step 8. Consider opportunity costs. Once you've tackled all of the previous steps, it's time to think about what to do with that extra income. This is where the concept of opportunity costs comes into play. Every financial decision you make has an alternative, so it's important to think about what you're giving up when you're choosing one path over another. Some people prefer to focus on paying off their mortgage or student loans entirely, which gives them peace of mind and freedom from debt. Others might prioritize investing in assets like stocks, private equity, or peer-to-peer lending. There's no one right answer here. It really all depends on your personal goals, risk tolerance, and the kind of life you want to create. What matters is that you're using your extra income in a way that fits with your long-term vision. If you're not sure what to do with your extra money, it's always wise to speak with a financial advisor who can help provide guidance and get you started. Remember that managing your finances after payday doesn't have to be overwhelming. By following these steps, you can take control of your money and create a strong foundation for both your present and future financial security. Whether it's building a quick solution fund, tackling high-interest debt, or investing in tax-efficient accounts, each step brings you closer to that financial freedom. The key is to start now and to stay consistent with your plan. If you enjoyed today's video, then hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. And if you're interested in learning about the $1.8 million retirement myth, then check out this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.